Do y'all see how the black people from Scotland call themselves Scottish and not African Scottish? Very mindful, very demure.
So Black Americans and Black Scots are having a love fest online, and now all the Black people who are not American or not Scottish are hating from outside the club. And then y'all will sit here and talk about how Black Americans have such main character energy when you're inserting yourself into conversations that have nothing to do with y'all.
The Black Americans are at it again once more. So in my previous video, I talked about the diaspora war and like trying to navigate who is this person, who are these people behind this diaspora war. And the diaspora war actually involves black people. No, okay, I won't say black people, African people, those who are in Africa versus those who are in America. And then out of nowhere, Black Americans have discovered that in Scotland, they are Black Scottish people. And what are they trying to do? I'm not trying to be biased because I'm based in Africa, but I'm trying to put facts out the way they are. So, these Black Americans, they are trying to gaslight Black Scottish to be against Africans, not like forgetting that Black Scottish people, they hail from Africa. So guys, I have a couple of videos here. I'd like us to watch all of them, and then we'll discuss after each and every video. By the way, a big shout out to all these creators of these videos. And yeah guys, you know what, let's talk about this. So let's get into it and watch.
So Black Americans and Black Scots are having a love fest online, and now all the Black people who are not American or not Scottish are hating from outside the club. And then y'all will sit here and talk about how Black Americans have such main character energy when you're inserting yourself into conversations that have nothing to do with y'all. Clearly, Black Americans are the main character because you watching. Not to mention the fact that y'all are literally trying to insult Black Americans using AAVE. Where did the term main character energy come from? That's AAVE. So yeah, the Black Americans are the main character. Why are Black Brits chiming in angry that Black Americans and Black Scottish people are getting along? Why? Why are Black English people mad about that? Why are some Caribbeans and Africans from the diaspora in here being like, oh, wait till Black Americans find out that the Scots are they're actually immigrants. One of the biggest issues with the internet is that folks who would usually get shunned in real life for having such shitty ass perspectives, for being such fucking haters, for being fucking Debbie Downers, people who would normally be shunned in real life for that type of shitty ass behavior now have platforms to promote that shitty ass behavior to other people who engage in that same type of shitty ass hateration behavior. It's loser behavior. Y'all are mad because when it was your opportunity to engage with Black Americans, you fumbled the bag. You fumbled the bag talking nonsense, xenophobic, bullshit, white supremacist talking points. And the Black Scots haven't done that. They embraced it and they were, wait for it, actually fucking nice. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. They're actually fucking nice. And now y'all are seeing how bad you fumbled the bag. And instead of being like, damn, we fumbled the bag, maybe we should try to be fucking nice and correct this. Now y'all want to be hating from outside the club. This is loser behavior.
So Priest the Good Days is talking about Africans having the loser behavior, but I don't think if that's correct to say. And I'd like to educate people like Priest the Good Days before we move on to the other clips of these other creators. So maybe there is something that they're forgetting, but I've done a couple of research here, and I'd like you to listen to this about the Black Scots. So let us talk about the Black Scots. and their early presence in Scotland or in Europe, that is, they all fall under one umbrella of the United Kingdom. Talk about Wales, Scotland, there is England, So Scotland has had black people for centuries, and going back to at least the 15th and 16th century, and records show Africans living in Edinburgh and other port cities often arriving through trade as servants to wealthy families. So it means that these black Scottish people you're talking about, that they are your cousins, quote unquote, and we the Africans, we denied you the chance to be our cousins. Like, we fumbled the time you gave us to be with you or to coexist with you peacefully. I want you guys to know that black Scottish, they came from Africa. Between the 18th and 19th century, the transatlantic slave trade brought a bigger influx. Glasgow and Edinburgh were major hubs for merchant tied to the Caribbean slave economy. Enslaved and freed Africans, as well as mixed heritage children of Scottish planters in the Caribbean, were brought to Scotland. So that is something also, if you missed a history lesson, this is a free history lesson for you guys. Military, let us talk about military roots. Many black Scots came through service in the British Army and Navy, especially during the Napoleonic Wars and the later World Wars. Remember, I told you that blacks in Scotland, they are black Scots and they are Black Brits, and you've seen here, it has been mentioned that they went into service through the British Army. Another thing is the modern identity, and today in Scotland has many vibrant African and Caribbean communities. I've talked about the Caribbean communities, particularly in Glasgow, there's Aberdeen and Edinburgh. While the population is smaller than England's, their presence is deeply felt in culture, music, and activism. Then let us talk about the Windrush. The Windrush, that is Black Brits. That is the Black Brits, but that is later. This is another additional, right? An additional history lesson to add more onto Black Scots. We have the Black Brits, which is the largest black population in Europe. Black Brits, let us talk about the Roman Britain, 3rd century after the death of Jesus Christ. This is one of the earliest known Black Brits. One of the earliest known Black Britons. We heard this guy was known as Lucius Septimus Severus, who was a Roman emperor of African descent, who was actually born in Libya. He was born in Libya, but he later died in York, present day Scotland. I hope you guys are getting it. There is the 16th, 17th century, the Tudor England had a notable African presence, and black musicians, servants, and sailors lived in London and port towns. There is the 18th to 19th century Britain's empire and the slave trade brought more Africans and Caribbean. So these are all the black Scottish you're seeing, and the black Brits you're seeing, the ones that you're saying that you want to have a close relation with, because Africans from the continent, they rejected you. I want to tell you that these people are also people who came from the continent. Guys, there is another lady here talking about the same thing, and I'd like us to listen. I'd like us to listen to her, what she says.
Okay, well, let me try to make it make sense to you, because it's actually really very simple. Because the main difference that I've personally noticed between Black Scottish people and Black British people is that the Black Scottish people are nice. Yeah, they're not these imperialist snobs that look down their noses at us. We said, "Hey, cousin," and they said, "Hey, cousin," right back. We tried "Hey, cousin" with y'all, and we get, "You're so stupid, you're so ignorant, you don't know where you come from." So we said, "Fuck y'all," and now here we are. So yeah, that's how we're able to just turn right around and give love to the Scots. because they gave it to us. 1 and 1 always equals 2, babes.
So this lady here is no, her name is misunderstood, misunderstood, and I guess she misunderstood the whole point, because I think she was replying to a comment from Cherry Tracy, who was saying that, oh please, those codes are children of African immigrants, especially Ghanaian, Nigerian, and Caribbean immigrants. Just 2 weeks ago, you Black Americans wanted to boycott African businesses, and like it's real. These people that are saying that on 1st August we're going to boycott African businesses, and then now they want to associate themselves with Black Scots. I'm not here to fuel further the fight, but I'm here to put facts right before your eyes. I want you people to understand that. Let me just go through some of the comments and our video, and I've seen something that has really caught my attention, and there is someone here known as Miss Bosin. Mrs. Bosin, she was saying that they need to stop just be like, okay, we made a mistake, and say, hi cousins back. I mean, we all love Idris as fast for boycotting Africa. Some of us do business and invest in Africa. Stop trying to be the cousin that comes in and always tries to start the fight. You always get cast out and put out. I think Miss Bosin here she's talking facts. She's putting out the facts right before the face of misunderstood. I guess she misunderstood the whole point, and I mean she missed the whole point. So yeah, let us go to the next the next speaker here.
Honestly, like the best part of us Black Americans discovering Black Scottish people that is most amazing to me is that we can finally put on front and center that our education system sucks. Because baby, we did not know about y'all. Let me tell you something. I am learning so much right now. I've never wanted to go to Glasgow, whatever. I want to go. Like, it seems so lit over there. Everybody seems like they're just enjoying themselves. And like, we're over here stressed, baby. Do y'all know why we're stressed? I don't know if y'all see our news. There's this big orange guy. Like, we are stressing. And I gotta tell you, seeing y'all over there in Scotland, it's giving frolic. It's giving, we need to go over there. Like, I'm straight up hating. Like, yes, we have a million questions. What is the food like? I mean, like, where do y'all go and hang out? Like, we know nothing. Please tell us more. Like, I'm following every single person I see. Like, I'm like, please come pick us up. It's ghetto here.
This is Auntie Karen. Auntie Karen. She's talking about the education system back in United States of America, that it is kind of shitty, quote unquote, because they didn't know about the Black Scots. Let me tell you something, our brothers and sisters outside the African continent. We back in Africa, right? I am from Kenya, and our Kenyan education system, we were taught about these things. We were taught about the brothers and sisters who were taken away from the continent. We are literally being taught about what is happening in Nigeria, in South Africa, in Mali, everywhere. Like, we know our education system teaches us about other blacks or other Africans across the continent and even across the globe. We know about the black Arabs. We know about the black Chinese. There is a black samurai who existed. There have been a close ties between the Kenyan coast, that is the town of Malindi, and China. You know, there have been close ties between the East African coast with Asia. You know, there are also black people in Asia, black Arabs, black Chinese, black Thais. You know, so let me tell your system. You didn't learn that, but we have always known that we have our black brothers and sisters outside Africa, and we love them, we coexist with them. So I don't get it. Let us go to the next speaker.
So, of course, the UK blacks and others just had to turn a positive into a negative. It was supposed to be like a fun, cute moment with Black America discovering that there's black people in Scotland, which, because, I mean, it's not like they have a whole lot of representation. I mean, it's not like we see them all the time. So, I mean, it was supposed to be like a fun thing. Of course, they just had to, the UK and whoever else, they just had to turn the positive, cute moment into something negative and something xenophobic, like they always do. And I really think that it started with Elaine the Pain in the Ass, that UK creator. She's got like a big wide ass mouth, and she's always does this big obnoxious laugh. And I guess that's appealing to some people. I don't see the appeal. I'm contemplating if I should block her at this point. But yeah, just going through like some of like listening to some, like her talking in like the comment section. It's like they're talking about how stupid we are. Like nobody, like black Americans, like, they're just so stupid. They just don't know anything, and they're just stuck in their own little world, and they just think that they're just to the center of the world, and that they don't know that anything exists. And I just think that the America is just like not even a real place, and like they just don't know anything. They just don't know any better. It's just a shame. It's so bad for this education system, and blah 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 blah.
As I try to wind up this video, because I don't want it to be too long, I want to say this. That previous speaker is Theo the truth. And whatever she was saying there, I don't think if it is the truth. I said that I came here on this platform to put the right facts on the table and make sure that we stay by the truth, and we also abide by what is true. So Theo the lie, she's trying to say that she's trying to dispute whatever Elaine the Paint, she's also a TikToker, whatever she said. And I think whatever Elaine the Paint said is the truth, because you can't always be out there. Like, have you ever seen in a family you have this cousin who is always coming to put some cracks in the family? Like, they cannot mend, but they want to split the family further. There is a rift in the family. But instead of these people, or instead of this cousin trying to fix that problem, this cousin is trying to make a huge rift. Like, I don't get it. So our black brothers and sisters back in the United States of America, who are the black Americans, kindly, you know what, this video is just a wake-up call to you guys to stop this fight, right? Stop this fight. Kindly stop the fight. Stop the diaspora fight. It is not good. We are all one people. We all hail from this continent. Even the Aboriginals, we know that they're in Australia, but we all know that the Aboriginals came from the continent. They came from the East African coast, which is part of Kenya, Tanzania, and Somalia. So what you guys talking about? What do you think about this video? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message to someone who thinks that they might need it. This is Darfur Sahara. Peace out.